Alright, hi everybody, this is Jim with YouTube user Jim Lee Elevators, and you're looking at the time. It is 10/12, May 25th, 2023, and we are going to be doing something you guys have not seen in a long while. That's right guys, as you have read the title, we are going to be doing a full updated take of my elevator collection display. Look how much changes it has gotten over the past several years since I haven't done one in such a very long time. And new pieces have also arrived as well since then. And as you look right here, this is actually the main display. Quick thing to remind you guys, if you're wondering, yes, I used to call this as the Jim Lee Elevators Museum or something like that, but it has since been changed to now just to call my elevator collection display or elevator parts collection, mainly to refrain from copying Diesel Ducey, as he actually runs a very legit museum. So, with that being said, we're going to get started. This right here is my ThyssenKrupp elevator cone. And back behind there is an exterior rare Dover floor indicator from the outside on the main lobby. And right behind it, you can see that right there is a brass Dover traditional elevator hall lantern I got from the Sherwin Medical Building. Oh, I forgot to mention, that right there had actually came from the ThyssenKrupp elevator branch office, and this right here had actually given to me by an elevator technician, which he had already retired. And this one is what I got this year. It is actually an old Otis elevator directional lantern. You can see the Christmas light, green up, red down. And this right here is your C.J. Anderson hall lantern given to me by Nicholas, also known as Centex Elevator 489, formerly used to be Captain Elevator 42189. This right here is a flex connector, came from the same exact building I got that hall lantern. And this right here is a Schindler elevator squishy van with a couple of toy ring, Party and Wish Big. And last but not least, this right here is your Terminal Classic Dover Traditional Elevator Hall Lantern. And if you ring it, oh, and that right there, that is actually a sketch picture of myself right there. All right, moving on to the first shelf. This right here is a little advertisement of me winning Homecoming King back a long time ago. Sorry I had a Velcro taped over a certain family member just to protect privacy, but you can pause, you want to read that? This right here is a baby picture of me when I was first born. This right here is a Schindler elevator magnetic clip hanging on top of a button that says World Greatest Elevator Operator. One of my friends gave me that, and I want to say huge thanks. And if you want to read, pause the video now. Thank you so much, Annie, for this, if you're watching this video. Anyways, we're going to start from here. This right here is an old Otis black button elevator call station, given to me by Nicholas. And that right there is a generic Asian elevator floor indicator. I put the number 9 because that's the day of my birthday, April 9th. And this right here is a craft-made elevator call station. Unfortunately, the up light appeared to not work anymore, but look at the down light as I press it. See? It lights up different colors. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Cool, isn't it? And this right here is your EPCO Halo Line call station given to me by Mike from Automatic Elevator. Exactly the same as that lantern. This right here is a newer Adams replacement Otis touch button, which unfortunately the battery just died, which this was given to me by ThyssenKrupp Elevator, the same as that. This right here is an Asian elevator fire service inspection switch of some sort. And I can't really read in Chinese. If you want to, for those of you who are familiar with Chinese words, if you can translate that to me, pause the video now. And down below here is a Schindler MT elevator button. Lights up. And that right there is your I'm Celebrating button from Walt Disney World. My friend Carolyn gave me that. And this right here is another EPCO Halo Line call station, your regular version that you see commonly. No battery installed in any of them. Oh, I forgot to show that right there is a Great Smoky Mountain bear that says my name on it, given to me by Carolyn. And this right here is a pin from the Hollywood Tower that I displayed. And this right here is your CE Electronics floor indicator that you see on all modern elevators, especially the new ones today. And this right here is your classic Dover traditional elevator intermediate call station from the Sugarland Medical Building. The same exact place I got the hall lantern. And it still works. That was a sneeze, sorry. Anyways, this right here is a relay of some type. Given to me by Amtech Elevator Service. A little matchbox diesel shunter from Andrew, also known as Diesel Doocy. He has the same exact one, but it's silver, which you see on most videos with his iconic Diesel Doocy. And these are some of the bell chimes right here. One is actually a bell chime of some sort, and the other two are actually elevator mechanical chimes. We're going to start with this one. This one is your classic Dover traditional elevator chime. You heard that on a lot of classic Dover traditional elevators, especially at Texas A&M and College Station. This right here is your GAL, Montgomery, Otis, well, pretty much of a vice versa mechanical elevator chime. You hear this chime on almost any elevator. Otis, GAL, Montgomery, just to name some. And this right here is a bell chime from Hollywood Tower, given to me by Carolyn. The same exact place I got that. Oh, and this right here is my old class of 2012 graduation gown or cap of some sort. This was when I was in middle school at that time, 2012. That is the year I started YouTube, so I just had to keep this one. 2012 was the most memorable year because that is when I first joined YouTube. Moving on, this right here is your ThyssenKrupp Elevator coffee coaster. A dreaming symbol from my church retreat. This right here is your MCE elevator mouse pad with a ThyssenKrupp Elevator hard hat keychain light bulb of some sort. This right here, this is what I got today, or I meant to say this year. This is actually some sort of Otis elevator button sitting on top of an elevator door roller. And look at this right here. This actually came from Jason, who also works for Automatic Elevator, like Mike does. This is actually a Westinghouse elevator floor plate. Above there is your ThyssenKrupp elevator USB flash drive, MCE elevator microprocessor board, and this right here is your elevator car switch, elevator car interlock. See, when the elevator door closes, it slides onto this lock, pushing it in, which closes the door and allows the elevator to operate. All right, now that we move on to the second shelf right here, as you look right there, look in the back. This right here is your big Otis elevator safety board. It should go this way. Your Tianjin radio tower ticket that I got from China. Tianjin radio tower actually has an Otis Elevonic 401 elevator, which I'm sure you saw that video I filmed back in 2018. Anyways, this right here is a Delta shower head from the family's bathroom. I actually happened to keep this when we actually replaced shower heads, so this was literally from my own house, which is where I am right now. And this right here are basic elevator safety signs. Your Otis touch-sensitive tube board of some type. Unfortunately, I had to cover that up because the tube glass on this broke, and I'm still needing to get a replacement for it, which eventually will happen, but it might not happen anytime soon. This right here is your Otis elevator touch button piece. I still need to find a circle touch. I mean, I have, but circle touch buttons are a lot more harder to find than a square touch. Anyways, this right here is your Otis elevator key switch, along with a stop switch. I can demonstrate that. It's kind of hard for me to pull it out. There we go. For those who don't know, these pieces actually came from ThyssenKrupp elevator. So anyways, this right here is your newer Otis elevator control board of some type, or wire control housing of some sort. Your vintage Otis elevator key switch. Oh, this right here is a vintage old Otis elevator coil for the relay. And guess who is from? It is actually none other than from Otis Elevator themselves, along with a few relay hammers, which these three actually came from Otis, but these two larger ones actually came from Jason from Automatic Elevator, along with this Otis elevator keychain of some type. This right here is your black button door close button from Andrew, also known as Diesel Doocy. An Otis elevator micromotion or Luxury Series 4 from the Paris, Las Vegas. Your Battle Hall button from UT Austin. An Otis elevator floor plate from the escalator at 24 Greenway Plaza. some Otis elevator replacement floor indicator. You got your Otis elevator, Otis Gen 2 button from Carolyn, and a newer Otis elevator, Otis Gen 2 elevator selector encoder of some sort. All right, now as we move to the left, this right here is your Menger Hotel room key. When I stayed at the Menger Hotel, I still have to keep this because it's very sentimental. Adams replacement Otis touch button piece. Your Otis touch button Adams replacement button. Otis touch replacement of some kind. There's your big Otis globe right there. And this right here is your newer Otis elevator final limit switch, or just your typical limit switch of some type. And a big thanks goes to that one elevator technician. I can't remember his name or who he works for, but I know that he knows the people at ThyssenKrupp Elevator, so a huge thanks to him. And finally, we are at the third and bottom shelf. This right here is a Walt Disney World plastic bag from Carolyn. This right here is your Dover Travelmatic piece of some type from the machine room. This is actually like a little metal piece from the machine room at the Texas State Capitol in Austin, which unfortunately I didn't get the buttons in time because I was not in town. Anyways, this right here is a picture of me and Carolyn from the prom. Special prom, that is. Complete with your old Otis Lexan elevator capacity plate, which is almost exactly similar to the one at 13515 Southwest Freeway. This right here is your MCE elevator yo-yo, ThyssenKrupp elevator notepad, and this right here is some type of elevator maintenance board. I still don't know much about it, but this is some type of control from the machine room of an original brand that isn't used anymore. If anyone knows more about this, I mean, I had somebody told me about it, but I just need more clarification. But this is interesting right here. Oh, and this right here, this what's sitting right here is an Asian elevator hoistway door key of some type. And as we move up, this right here I got from ThyssenKrupp Elevator out of Dallas. This right here is an old C.J. Anderson elevator COP. That stop button is so heavy to push. Look at that. But listen to this. The floor buttons push regularly, unlike this one. These buttons almost exactly look like the ones at the Herman Heap Laboratory building at Texas A&M, though it's got a different COP design and not like this. But these button caps look exactly similar. Anyways, what you're seeing right here, oh, you can see the mirror. You see my phone right there too. Anyways, this right here is my classic Dover traditional call station, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have. It's not wired. But eventually I'll get it wired at some point. Anyways, moving down here, you got your 1920s old Otis elevator call station, given to me by Carolyn. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for a lot of gifts. And this right here is my favorite piece of all time. Speaking of the Herman Heap Laboratory building, this right here is the call station where it exactly came from. This call station literally came from Texas A&M University. I'm sure you saw that from my unboxing, or not my unboxing, I'm sure you saw that from James's unboxing video as I gave one to him, as well as me showing it on camera. Anyways, that right there is some type of metal piece from the elevator shaft. I believe it's Otis, I'm not sure though. Your Skeeter's sticker, which unfortunately Sugarland is no longer called the Skeeter since then, but I still decided to keep this as a fond memory. And down here is your Metro card that I decided to put on display. And this right here is a C.J. Anderson elevator call station. Came from the Texas Capitol Garage in Austin, Texas. Unfortunately, the battery is down. I need to replace it. And that completes the main display. All right. Now we are coming to the side part of the display. Anyways, this right here is an Innovation Security elevator call station. I got that from UH downtown at 1 Main. I just got this not too long ago. And this right here came from Jason from Automatic Elevator. It is a combo of a GAL directional lantern and floor indicator. And moving to your left, this right here is a Fujitec elevator call station. That actually came from Agnes Arnold Hall at University of Houston. And what's sitting right next to it, this right here is your in case of fire sign from 24 Greenway Plaza. Yes, I do have the call button, but it's in the garage. And behind that red slinky, that right there is your First Colony Dream League. I used to play baseball, as it just celebrated their 10-year anniversary long ago. Here's the other part of my side display. We're going to first start off with the biggest call station, because the down button has a finicky contact. So we're going to start off with this first. This right here is my Adams replacement Otis touch button call station from One Shell Plaza. See, look at that. You just saw that the down button almost barely lit up. See, look at that. See? The down button contact is rather finicky, so that's why I wanted to start off first, because a lot of times the down button does not work. See? The down button contact sometimes does not work very well. Probably because the contact is dirty or something like that. But anyways, this right here is a speaker device from behind an emergency phone of a classic Dover traditional elevator car station from Sugarland Medical Building. This right here is your ThyssenKrupp elevator hoistway access key switch, which I'm sure you've seen that on a lot of ThyssenKrupp Signa 4 elevators. If you're on the top floor and if you want to gain access, what you do is you have to turn to the down direction. And if you're in the lobby, you have to turn to the up direction if you want to access the elevator pit. So yeah. And this right here is your elevator control board from behind the COP. The same exact location where I got that phone. And this is what's behind the elevator button panel, which is from the same exact building. Anyways, right next to is an old Otis elevator call station from Tower Life that Jason gave me. So big thanks to Jason from Automatic Elevator. And this right here is your Otis luxury elevator call station. I'm not sure if anyone had an Otis luxury elevator call station at all, so this is quite amazing. Wow. I love the push on this thing. This is your older version of your Otis micromotion buttons, I think there are. And this actually came from the Palace Tower at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. Alright, now here is the approximate final of my side display of elevator parts. Starting with a classic Dover traditional elevator hall lantern from the same exact place I got this call station. We're going to ring it real quick. That is quite loud. And speaking of Dover, this right here is my vintage Dover black button elevator car station, which it came out of a building in North Carolina. Stop switch. And these fixtures almost exactly look like the one at Harrington Tower at Texas A&M University in College Station, Texas. The vintage Dover freight elevator, which I actually do have an updated take on that uploading soon. Anyways, this right here is my very first elevator button I got way back in 2009. My Innovation Premier Sales Sample Elevator button. This was my very ever first time I ever got this elevator button right here. This was actually my very ever first from way back in 2009. Very first, very special elevator piece. My very first elevator piece I ever got. Anyway, this right here is your ThyssenKrupp elevator sales sample button from the ThyssenKrupp elevator safety ambassador, which unfortunately used to light up blue. The battery just needs to be replaced. And this right here is some type of innovation elevator button. And this right here is your C.J. Anderson elevator COP from the Capitol Garage, which is the same exact place where this call station came from. This right here is some type of CE electronic floricator, which I'm sure you see this exact same kind of floricator at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square, New York City. The Schindler Myconic 10 elevators, which is now Port, but I think they still have the same exact lanterns on display, so yeah. Anyways, this right here is your elevator pit switch. According to the elevator technician, this one was actually from a Schindler 3300, but I believe any elevator could use this type of pit switch, but I'm not really sure though. I've actually seen the same exact pit switch at First Canadian Place when Andrew filmed that big truck elevator with Peely Door Company. Just push to stop. I'm going to pull it out. And now we got a few stuff up here. This right here is your hoistway door interlock. See, that opens. And when it closes, see, it latches that, closing, securing the elevator so that I can move. And if you try to open it from the outside, you can't. Try to put it back in position. There we go. And right behind here is your Simplex fire alarm T-bar pull station from Ryan which is YouTube user MSJ191961. So thank you so much, Ryan, for this. You pull it down, and to reset it, open the pull station a little, and you close it back up just like that. This right here is your ThyssenKrupp elevator sale sample Mad Atoll elevator button, which unfortunately, the battery is out. See, if you try to turn it, nothing works. And this right here is your C.J. Anderson elevator hall lantern from the same exact place, along with this. And this right here is newer Otis elevator car top inspection switch. Came from the Alico building in downtown Waco, Texas. The parking garage elevators are still original, but they have just finished modernizing the main elevators, and this is where it came from. That up button piece unfortunately broke, so I may need to get a replacement for that. There's your switch right here. The switch is kind of hard to throw. Very hard to move that switch. Alright, that covers everything. Oh, and before I forget, real quick to show you, this right here is my elevator danger, which is found on top of the elevator car. You see, gain control elevator before stepping on car top. So that is why I placed that on top of the door frame. And this right here is my Jim Lee Elevator's birthday card. You can see my YouTube username displayed onto the elevator main door. That is interesting how the call station is flipped backwards, as down should be on this side and up should be here. Here's your number 2 exterior floor indicator. And as you open it up, this right here is your happy birthday sign, created by one of my amazing high school friends. There's your elevator car station right here. And if you want to read, pause the video now. Thank you so much, Savannah and Jackie, for this. You guys did an amazing job, and I just can't enjoy it enough. I gotta make sure that this is tight, because the tape does not stick for much longer after amount of time. I absolutely love this a lot, and I had to show it. This is awesome. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. And now, to wrap things up, this right here is my craft-made Otis touch button elevator COP. See, I made that all in crafts all by myself. And right next to it, this right here is your Fujitec elevator directional lantern from Agnes Arnold Hall. Unfortunately, they do not have the plastic white lantern caps. And right in between this directional lantern are my call stations from Sugarland Medical Building, my childhood elevator. See, this down button is a lot newer. This is the lobby call station, and this is the third floor call station. The second floor call station is in the main display you already see. So, with that being said, that concludes the updated tour of my elevator parts collection display. A long overdue for an updated take. I still have a few more pieces, but some elevator buttons are still in the garage because they need to be cleaned and restored. But once I get to that, I'll be sure to show them up at some point in another video. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my long overdue take of showing my elevator parts. Hope this is informative to you. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much to you guys for saving me the pieces. Thank you all so much for everything. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and that will be it.